All right, let's take you for a dry run. Your legal, oral argument skills, maybe your political skills. Let me throw you some of the hot button issues surrounding you and this franchise, and let's see how you do. Okay, I know you like a challenge. You'll be fine. Okay, now you've indicated without totally saying it that you thought that Mike Shanahan should have taken you out of that playoff game against the Seahawks before you got hurt. That's what you've intimated in an interview anyway. Is that how you feel? Should he have saved you from yourself and gotten you out of there before you got hurt?
There was other issues with that whole decision, and basically it was just I've seen quarterbacks play injured. Phillip Rivers, Byron Leftwich in college, Donovan McNabb. I've seen all these guys play with injuries, and what you do with those quarterbacks is you let them sit in the pocket and throw the ball or hand the ball off to the running back. And that was more so my issue as opposed to being taken out of the game.
So you don't blame Shanahan for that?
No, I don't.
Okay. So last season didn't go so well around here. This is not a big secret. The narrative that came out was that because of your close relationship with Dan Snyder, that he was interfering too much with what Shanahan was trying to do, and that created a lot of locker room dysfunction that led to a lot of those losses. How much truth was there to that narrative?
100% false. Dan Snyder is not my best friend, and neither was Mike Shanahan or anybody else on the coaching staff, because that's not the kind of relationship that we had. But that is 100% false. Just like my wife taking limousines to games provided by Dan was false. Just like me asking Coach not to show negative plays in team meeting, false. But that's all things that, like you said, I've already alluded to. And there's a lot of lies spread last year, and that is the unfortunate part. The losing of the games is unacceptable. The lies told off the field is very unfortunate.
And those dots, of course, are connected, right?
Yeah.
If you're winning, those things don't get out there. Are there any other misconceptions or lies, as you put them, that came out last year that you want to clear up?
Basically, any sources said this, sources said that was a lie last year. And
you think Dan Snyder gets a bad rap?
I think, from what I've been told, when he first got the job here, well, I wasn't here. I think it was 1999. Obviously, I was 9 years old. And I think they said he made some mistakes, but he's learned from them. Since I've been here, the meddling Dan Snyder that they tried to portray him as last year has not existed. Not in my personal life, not in the life of my teammates in there. So I don't think he is.
Obviously, the quarterback is going to get credit when things go well and get blamed when things go poorly. You understand that far better than I do. If there's one, again, I'm on the outside looking in, and we're keeping in mind that you're 24 years old. As I said to you before we started taping, I can't even remember 24, and You're doing all this in the public spotlight. If there was one criticism about you that I felt may have been fair, was that you might still have some maturing to do as a leader, that at least in your public statements, you were not emphatic enough in saying, I, me, my fault. This may not have been what you intended to communicate, but this is what comes through the filter. Is that a fair criticism, that you still have some maturing to do as a leader, both inside the locker room and as the public face of this franchise? I
think it's a fair criticism that I have more maturing to do, because every day I feel like I have to mature. You never stop changing, you never stop learning in this life that we live. So I think the day you stop changing is the day that you're 6 feet under. But I think it's unfair criticism when it comes to taking responsibility, because I took responsibility for everything last year, and not once have I dished blame on anybody. And I take responsibility for the wins, for the losses. I give credit where it's due to my teammates for helping us win, because without them, I'm nothing. They know that, I know that. So I don't think that's a fair criticism.
All right, last one. You know what's coming. We're sitting on the logo. Should the Washington Redskins change their name?
That's something that, like I've addressed before, it's not our focus as a football team, because we have a job to do, and that's win football games. And I stand by, the Native Americans. Whatever the Native Americans want, that's what we want.
Well, there are a lot of Native Americans who want it changed.
Yeah, but we don't. Like I said, I can't really focus on that, and I don't know what the percentage is of who wants it, who doesn't want it. All I know is that I'm a football player. I'm here to play quarterback for the Washington Redskins until someone tells me that we have a different name or we have the same name. So it's really not in my hands. It's in Dan Snyder's hands, Bruce Allen's hands, and whoever else is involved in that.
How much pressure are you, and of course that's a smart answer, so I know you are ready for politics when and if you want to get there, but how much pressure are you getting either from the team or from the public? A lot of African-American leaders have spoken out. I'm sure everybody wants you to come down on a certain side of this issue. Are people in your ear about this, or are they leaving you alone?
I mean, I haven't heard anything about it, lately, so I just try to keep my head, keep tunnel vision on what I need to focus on, and other than that, let everybody else take care of that other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, you're ready for the law, you're ready for whatever's ahead of you, and it sounds like you're ready for the season.
Yes, sir.
And I really appreciate your taking the time to visit with us, and you're a great asset to this team and this sport. And I wish you the best of luck, Robert.
Thank you, brother.
Good luck. Good to be with you.